Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center. Many times we speak of magic and miracles. It's hard to put into words the magnitude of those two words, magic and miracles. You have to pan back in your life to see the fullness of what those words mean. They can be easily taken out of context or made to seem simple, but they are beyond what we can imagine most times. Just think for a minute how you got to where you are right now. Maybe you moved from another continent. Maybe you moved from another country. And like me, you moved from one side of your country to another side. Magic. How did you get here? Twists and turns. And here you are, right where you're supposed to be. There's destiny in that reality. And even though we have what's called free will, there are places that we are destined to go to. Our free will may allow us to take a plane or a bus or walk, decide that a job we must take in another place, or a relationship that ends or begins and takes us somewhere else. But it's all simply magic. And the life that you have at this very minute is a miracle. For you are right where you belong. You were brought to hear these words today. I was brought here to speak them. And together, we were brought here to connect and to support one another. So the thread of your life, things that seemed insignificant, that led you to a place, which led you to another place, which led you to another place, and that has led you here, right where you are. That's the magic of being an infinite, eternal, divine being. Living by magic, even when you don't know it. So it's such an honor and a pleasure to sit and speak to you as I have come from so far. We are all a bright, shining star. From the head to the heart, we are entering the place of excitement and joy as the magnificence and infinite potential of the human being comes to fore. Feeling will lead the way, and all things related to the heart will begin to flourish. This will shift the dependency from our reliance on the left brain, which craves data and is so language dependent, shifting to the heart, which is the home of our divinity and our connection to our Creator. This is why we are feeling everything so powerfully. We are shifting from the head to the heart, which, when it is felt collectively, will demolish the structures of the way we used to live life. It was the head that responded to the schedule and the program of go to school, get a job, fall in love, get married, have a family, buy a house, and live happily ever after. But the heart never would and never could. The heart said, if I can't feel it, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in your prearranged life, just as it seems absurd for most of free-thinking people of the world to ever accept prearranged marriages. I've never met a child who willingly wants to go to school. They don't mind going to school. They just don't want to be told that they have to. Because to operate according to someone else's schedule is not their heart's desire. They want to go when they want to go and not go when they don't want to go. Mandatory requirements come straight from the puppet masters, and the head is always quick to comply. As parents, for thousands of years, we thought we had to comply. But then the heart brought in our alternatives like homeschooling and other ways to educate children. All these systems are about to crash as the people will begin to say, that's enough. I can feel the agenda you have for me. I can feel your fear and control, but that's not my world. So I'm out of school and out of the scheduled program for my life. And trust me, they will go on to do greater things, having never gone to school and never having followed a schedule for their life. Feeling is random. The heart is random. The flow is random, and spirit is random. The head cannot deal with this. It needs structure, patterns, so it can form an analytical spreadsheet for the future. The heart meanders like a river and beckons you to follow its flow, its signal, even as it appears completely illogical. Go to school today, stay home tomorrow. Work this job today, be led to another job tomorrow. But even in their randomness, the heart, the flow, and the spirit are ever present, never absent from your field. This is a gigantic paradigm shift, and it will seem like a revolution. But do not worry, for everything that you need will be provided. It is the freeing of the human entity to follow their passion, follow their bliss, and discover the magic and miracles have and always are alive and well. We are feeling the changes coming in our own individual way. The key word is feeling. There's so much speed to what is happening now. Linear time is dissolving, and we can't hold on to anything related to the reference of time. We are all tracking the arrival of the greatest change upon humanity within our own individual being. All the evidence of this change is right in front of us in plain sight. And in truth, this physical life is not a distraction. It is a part of the evidence of the change. Our full 24 strands of DNA are about to come online, and we will become the multidimensional beings that we were destined to be. Over 200,000 years ago, our chromosomes were changed by galactic beings. Chromosome 2 and 7 were spliced together to leave us with 23 chromosomes, and that made us more human, and it reduced our sense of multidimensionality. Now our 24th chromosome is coming back online, which will open up our multidimensionality in a way we've never known before. So we are now becoming the new human. I tell you that your life is about to expand so far from what it is now that you won't believe it. It will be so different that you will forget any struggles that you may be feeling now. It is the grand moment that all the masters and mystics, all the ancient beings and angels have spoken about. We are, in fact, experiencing the beginning of the dimensional shift as the tsunami of the full dimensional shift is coming closer and closer. There is a feeling of decoupling from the old single dimensional existence. That's why I have the feeling that I am barely here, barely able to function in the single dimensional reality. It's like I'm in two places, two timelines, two potentials at the same time. But don't worry about anything anymore. Just watch it all arrive. Don't try and fix anything, for what is coming has the solution to everything that needs solving. We don't have to do anything because we already did it. We brought what is coming onto the earth here. By our desire and our vision, both individually and collectively, we have brought it here. But of course, we will keep doing things because there's always more to do. But I tell you, what you primarily have to do is move forward and continue to create the world that will exist in this new dimensional reality. It is happening so fast, and as soon as you lock in on something that is not of the new, it will be ripped out of your hands from the mighty winds of change. All the astrological signs in the heavens are aligned, indicating the grand arrival of something never before seen. We have entered into the age of Aquarius, which is bringing in higher levels of technology, especially connected to aviation, increased healing, rejuvenation, youth, and longevity. It is the energy of invention, of young geniuses, and a recognition of those that have been cast aside as outsiders, but who are really the next leaders. Those with disorders like autism who have been medicated and pushed into the background. And the Aquarian energy is the energy of the heart. There were masters in India like Sri Yukteswar who spoke about the cycles of life. 24,000 years is the cycle of the sun as it goes around the great central sun. And as it reaches that closest point, it is known in history that was the time of the golden age. So we have times within those 24,000 years where it's dark. And it's been noted that the dark ages appeared in one of those cycles. So the cycle goes from darkness to light, back to darkness to light. And what the astrology is telling us is that starting in March of this year, we are entering in to that point where another golden age is starting, where the sun is closest to that point. And we can all feel it. We don't need to know these things, but it is a confirmation for what many of us are feeling. Once again, we're feeling. It allows us to see that all things are aligned and everything is pointing to the arrival of something that has never been here before. I myself can most certainly feel it. I can already feel the transformation of my body happening, for the butterfly is about to burst forth from its cocoon. I am vibrating at a rate that is synchronized with the new world, pulsating with the sound of the cosmos, and feeling a smile inside my being that I cannot fully describe. Self-realization is the driving force upon my life. Through wisdom passed down through the ages and through a knowing and a feeling of the vastness of my unlimited abilities, I am called to this pursuit. Combined with an unquenchable desire to help, uplift, and love every human being and every piece of life that exists, my destiny has always been clear. We are all different with different desires, for we all play different roles with each incarnation on this planet. But everyone is on this journey of self-realization. It may be with a different focus and a different intensity, but all are on the same journey. Once again, for me, it feels like something or someone is pushing me or calling me to that destiny, a destiny that cannot be stopped from being reached. The force from which I am speaking to you in these broadcasts is evidence of a growth and an authority that has come over time, although it feels as though it just happened. I can feel that growth within myself, for when I complete the transmission, I have this matter-of-fact kind of feeling, even though what was delivered might be very important for humanity. What I find is that I am quickly off to the next thing that is being placed in my awareness to see for myself and then possibly deliver to you. My awareness is expanding exponentially, and I can see and feel so much more now. I have truly become a leader now, as I was told I would be, but it is now coming from my own self-realization. We are fortunate that there are those that can point to something that we can't see about ourselves, because it gives us a perspective that we did not have. It gives us great encouragement and hands to us a tool that we didn't know we had, or a revelation of who we truly are. But until that moment of self-realization, all those awarenesses still belong to the one who, with their knowing, told you. But when you realize within yourself those things and more about who you are, your life is changed forever. I am not here to lead anyone, although I most certainly will. I am simply here to lead myself to where I saw myself in one moment of a flash many, many years ago. And once you step into that realization of who you are, what you can do, and what you came here to do, you begin to speak freely, to speak from your own authority and not from another's. Once again, this is happening to everyone in perfect timing, and one day they may express it to the world if they haven't already. It is a lonely endeavor because none but your Creator knows everything that is happening to you. But because of that, it really isn't lonely at all, for your Creator is with you, as is many of your friends, the masters, the angels, and your family members that have crossed to the other side. Here in this physical life, there will be very few who will recognize what you are doing. They will call you an angel or special or a gift from God, but all will feel your love, wisdom, and authority when you have come into that place of self-realization, even as they may not know that you have just healed them by bringing peace where there was no peace, or balance where there was imbalance in their life, sometimes without saying a word. We have traveled so far on a journey to the unknown, to the mystery of life, a genuine visitors making a new home. There's a melody of your life, a song that you've always been playing, words that you've been singing, a chorus that's been ringing. I can hear the music, see the notes unfolding in the air, but the melody escapes me even while I'm sitting in my chair. But it's calling me to itself. It wants me to hear the song of my vibration ringing in my ear. My heart has never left me. It's been with me all along, the essence of my being, my soul signature song. It's on its infinite mission, this body along for the ride. This heart is so relentless, but its purpose it chooses to hide. It drags me kicking and screaming to a freedom I cannot see. My heart has never left me, for it knows whom I'm to be. It's not easy to follow the heart. The head always wants to lead. We do this dance 1,000 times a day, but peace we don't achieve. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The head says, I know the way. For when the heart leads, there can be pain and suffering that come without delay. But the heart said, my dance is spontaneous. The steps cannot be measured. 1 minute the waltz, the next hip hop. All my steps can be treasured. The heart is the lead, but it needs the head. I give the direction, he the details instead. I hear the music, I feel the movement, I point the way to the flow. Follow me and say to the head, shall we dance? If not, let me go. It is all happening now. We aren't the same person anymore, for everything has changed. Simply follow your heart now, for you are a multi-dimensional being, divine and magnificent, and everything is about to change. Cheers to the genuine visitor that you are as you make this planet called Earth your new home. Simply feel, watch, and follow, for what you feel is truly what you know. My peace I give to you as you go through this change, for you are most assuredly headed for a perfect life with perfect health and a magic future. Thank you for joining me. I am the one they call David.